Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear Musawwar, I would like to thank you for taking your valuable time to give us interview. Pakistan is a brother country to Azerbaijan and its traditions are much loved in Azerbaijan as well. EDNews has a weekly column about weddings and traditions of different countries. And today we would like to hear how weddings are organized through traditions in Pakistan. I would like to give you the first question. What do Pakistanis think when they are asked about Azerbaijan? What kind of country is Azerbaijan for them?
Walaikum salam, and thank you very much, Ms. Rena Murshid Tagieva, for having me. I am glad to be a part of this interview, and it's very good to know that Azerbaijani people are interested in Pakistan as well. As far as your question is concerned, it's about what Pakistani people think about Azerbaijan and Azerbaijani people. So if we go back in 2020, we have seen the Second Karabakh War between Azerbaijan and Armenia. At that time, people of Pakistan and the government of Pakistan, they supported the brotherly people of Azerbaijan and the government of Azerbaijan in this war. We had seen the flags of Pakistan, Azerbaijan, and Turkey on the streets of Baku, in Islamabad, and in Istanbul. So we have seen the support was shown by Pakistani people towards Azerbaijan. And even after that, people started writing about Azerbaijan. People started writing in favor of Azerbaijan. They started, making posts on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, in the support of Azerbaijan, in the support of Second Karabakh War. And even after that, when Azerbaijan liberated the lands which were illegally occupied for 30 years. So Pakistani people congratulated the government of Azerbaijan and the people of Azerbaijan. And same is the case with our government at that time. They also congratulated the people of Azerbaijan. And we have seen after that, the people of both countries, they started knowing each other and they started connecting each other on social media. And our people now also, wanted to visit Baku. They want to see the cultural land. And although it is called as the land of Azerbaijan, the land of fire. So, many people from Pakistan, they want to visit Baku. They want to visit other cities like Ganja, like Shusha, the cultural, heritage, and also Agdam Mosque. So there are many other, historical and cultural lands in Azerbaijan. So our people also want to visit, Azerbaijan and taste you can see the food and the hospitality of the Azerbaijani people. And this is also, a good achievement that we have seen. There is a direct flight between Pakistan and Azerbaijan, which started recently. So it will also help to, increase the tourism for both countries, but especially for Baku, because as we have seen that COVID is almost over and people are now traveling from different countries. So our people also, Pakistani people, want to travel to Baku to visit different places and like that.
We know that Pakistan is a way more multicultural country on earth in terms of language spoken in the country, such as Punjabi, Pashto, Sindhi, Saraiki, Urdu, Balochi, Hindko, Pothohari, Hazaragi, Shina, and Balti. Could you talk about the most interesting traditions of weddings in Pakistan as well?
Yeah. So as you were, all the names and the tribes, those are living in Pakistan, and you had also told us about the languages which are spoken in Pakistan. By the way, Punjabi, Pashto, Sindhi, Saraiki, these are, the major languages. But as far as Shina and other languages which you spoke, which you discussed, these are the languages which are spoken on the northern side of Pakistan. On the north of Pakistan. So you wanted to know about the traditions, the wedding traditions in Pakistan. So, if you go back in 1947, in the subcontinent, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, this was the one country, like the Indian subcontinent. So we have almost same traditions, same culture, same language, same dresses, same food for Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh. But now I would like to talk about the Pakistani, Pakistani wedding traditions. Uh, if we talk about Pakistan, we have different traditions in the wedding. It takes almost 3 to 4 days, but it depends on the families as well. If they can make that wedding into 10 days, it's up to them. But usually it's almost 3 to 4 days. So it includes different events like dolki tradition, mayo tradition, mendi tradition, nikah tradition.
Yes.
So it is in the mosque, and then we have barat tradition. I will explain it to you later on, all these. And then walima tradition, walima tradition, so in which bride and groom, they invite different people from both the families. They get together and then they eat different foods, and there is a photography and things like that. So this is, the same tradition is followed in Pakistan, all over Pakistan, I can say, in Sindh, in Punjab, in Balochistan, in KPK, in all provinces. This is, you can say, the common tradition which is followed by Pakistani people during wedding. So it takes almost, you can say, 3 to 4 days of wedding.
Does this make also difference in traditions as language vary in places of Pakistan?
Okay, so as far as languages are concerned, traditions are not different all over Pakistan, because, you know, even after 20 kilometers in Pakistan, even after 20 kilometers, language changes. So there are variations in languages: Pashto, Hindko, Saraiki, Punjabi, Sindhi. But traditions are same everywhere. There are maybe little bit difference in traditions, but as I told you, that common traditions are same, like 2 to 3 days of marriage. All the marriage ceremonies are mostly common, but maybe in some provinces they add, you can say, few more events in the marriage ceremony. Like in Punjab, there are ceremonies which bride and the groom, they they both drink milk, or maybe you can say the friends of the bride and groom, they they sit somewhere, and they play for, or they ask for money, or maybe the more amount of money, for from the, you can say, groom. So these are little bit tradition. It differs from area to, it is totally different when it comes to KPK, when it comes to the northern side of Pakistan. So these traditions are, sometimes there are more traditions in Punjab, these wedding traditions, but these are not very common in the north side of Pakistan. But mostly traditions are same all over Pakistan, although languages are different, but traditions are same.
What is the age of maturity for marriage in Pakistan?
I think it varies from, it starts from 18 till 22. Yeah. So I mean, when you are a girl or a boy, okay, if they are 18 years of age, so they can marry. 18 years for girl and 21 or 22 years for boy. So this is the age all over Pakistan, you can see, or in some cases there are some areas where even below than that, uh, there there is a, you can say, possibility of marriage.
How does family of groom organize visiting family of bride for wooing?
Uh, I think it is also, you can say, that it is up to the families of bride and the groom. It depends on them, that how they are going to organize the events, the activities for the marriage. Uh, Sometimes it is, very common, like nikah ceremony, okay, and that's it. And after that, there will be a walima ceremony. So, but in some cases, the bride and the groom, they decided to first arrange their engagement, and maybe after few months, or maybe after a year, they plan for a marriage, and then all started mendi, barat, and all these mayo and other, you can say, events that take place. And I mean, it differs, it varies from family to family. but most commonly, I mean, people prefer in northern side of Pakistan, in KPK province, people prefer to, uh, you know, to do this event of marriage, very common, like dances and, these kind of things. They don't prefer to dance, photography, but they are only focused on, you can say walima ceremony and nikah. So in some cases, this one, but most commonly 3 to 4 days, dolki, mayo, mehndi, nikah, walima, and all this. So it depends. It varies from, place to place or province to province. But most commonly, these are the traditions which are followed by, followed across Pakistan.
How does the stage of marriage take place until wedding ceremonies, such as wooing, engagement, and then wedding? Could you talk more about the most interesting moment in those processes?
Yes, sure. As I told you before, that there are, different traditions. It differs from area to area where you are living. Either you are living in urban area or you are living in rural area. You are living in cities, so it will be different. If you are living in a village, so the marriage ceremonies or events will be different. Okay, but most commonly, I would like to start from, it's like pre-marriage. Pre-marriage events, like when the marriage is going to arrange for maybe 3 days, or it's going to start after 1 week. Okay, so pre-marriage events, it includes, the first one is dolki traditions. Dolki tradition, it is something like, we have seen a music festival. So it's a dolki tradition. It's a pre-wedding celebration. It includes songs, songs of maybe that language. For example, if you are experiencing a marriage in KPK, you will hear or listen the songs in Pashto, in Hindko, in that language. Songs, then dances, according to where you are living. And then we have Mayo tradition. It is celebrated before Mendi. Then Mendi tradition, it is, mostly a weighted and joyous function. Everyone enjoys, because in Mendi tradition, a girl who is going to marry, she try to, you can say, use different colors of mendis on her hands. Okay, and her friends also join her in that event. So they wear, different kind of clothes, you can say different kind of clothes. And then the same is the case with mendi as well. So it mostly, it is the kind of thing I can say. I don't know how you say in your language, but in our language it is mehndi. But it is a design of, you can say design of something which is pasted on your hand before marriage. Yeah, Hana. Yes, yes, yes. So it is also, in our country as well. We call this rasme hena. Rasme hana. So we also, say this rasme hana. So this is mehndi tradition. So then comes to nikah tradition. This is, I mean, widely used by, followed by Muslims all around the world. Nikah tradition. Nikah is, you can say, where both parties, the bride and groom, they sign marriage contract. So same is the case with Pakistan nikah ceremony. And then after that, there is a walima ceremony. In walima, as I told you, there are families of both couples, they get together, they eat different foods. Mostly, I tell you the names of few foods like biryani, karahi, and then mutton, and then it comes to, I mean, chicken, beef, kebab, and maybe 2 to 3 kinds of salads as well. Then cold drinks, 2 to 3 kind of cold drinks as well. And other, you can add different other, dishes. It's up to, it's up to the families of the bride and groom, that how they can afford, and also photography as well of the bride and groom and all those who are visiting. This is also a tradition, you can say, that on the walima ceremony, the people from both sides, they go to the bride and groom and they give money to them, and they give money to them according to, I mean, whatever they do, but according to their, you can say, the level, they can pay money to some are, I mean, some are giving money to the bride, okay, and some are giving money to the groom. So
Okay.
this also happens at Walima, at Walima day.
Well,
So I mean, this is, you can say, the basic, you can say, common tradition, or common wedding culture. Although there are many other things you can count on, but these are common traditions which are followed all over Pakistan.
finally, what is a particular side of Pakistani tradition making it different from others?
Yeah. So I mean, Pakistani traditions are mostly different. It is same with India, Indian culture, where it is same with Bangladesh. Because we share same culture, same language, same
Yes.
traditions. But apart from subcontinent, apart from South Asia, you will not see these kind of traditions from in other countries, because every country has its own traditions. When it comes to marriage, we have only one common tradition, that is nikah ceremony. And nikah ceremony is same either in Azerbaijan, in Turkey,
Yes.
in all Islamic countries. This is the same tradition. But the things which I discussed with you, dolki tradition, mayo tradition, mehndi tradition, and walima tradition. So this is, I would say, I mean, as far as my understanding, uh, these traditions are followed only in Pakistan. So I mean, these are, you can say, different traditions followed by Pakistan and the subcontinent, Bangladesh, India. So these traditions are all only followed in these countries, not in Middle East, not even in Caucasian region, not in Turkey or any other Muslim country. So these are unique traditions which are followed in Pakistan.
Thank you, dear Musavvar, for interesting interview. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.